actually, you know, removed that Caitlyn, removed that Jhin, so Nuclear did not really have one of those preferred ADCs, and he had a weak Israel. Let's just, you know, call it what it was.
Yeah, of course, of course. And in order for Vitality to do that again, they have to ban an AD carry here in the first phase. And then H2K has to not pick an AD carry, but I don't think that will happen right now. I'm gonna look for this Rengar, because Djoko's Rengar performance in week 1 was really weak. There we get this AD carry ban we talk about. This means now that Varus, Ashe, Jhin are available. So if H2K in the first pick phase does not log in an AD carry, they might be forced to play Israel. Or maybe that MF they hovered, if they've been practicing that. So that's what Vitality are trying to set up here. I still think it's easy enough for H2K to just lock in an AD carry in this first pick phase. And then this strategy kind of falls apart.
Well, we didn't get any shenanigans with the junglers, Deficio. Rengar's removed from the table. There's no ways you allow Camille to go through, right? Not with Cabochard on the other side.
Then you would allow the Rengar. If you want to leave an OP up and then take something else, it would have been Rengar, I feel, against Vitality. Should be just Camille ban coming in. And then first pick, because they banned the Kha'Zix, which is now something we see that Djoko does not want to play.
Yep.
Are we looking at Varus first pick again? Oh, man, they leave Camille open.
They left Camille.
Why not Rengar then? The guy has literally played the worst game on Rengar we've seen.
Oh. Does Odo take a skill matchup into this Camille? I mean, he has to.
A lot of people like to take tanks against Camille. So like you just take Shen as an example. Are they actually doing this just to steal away Ivern as well?
Okay, Deficio, explain to me if you like or dislike the fact that Cabochard has been given Camille and Jankos seems fidgety with this Ivern.
I mean, so obviously H2K knows that Camille will get locked in instantly. They get Ivern, it's a takeaway from Djoko. It's good in team fights against things like Camille, who wants to like try and assassinate targets. It has fantastic scaling, the Ivern as well. We're getting some new juicy picks here. Sivir coming in as well, normally picked against Jhin, not Varus, because he loses lane to Varus.
The Hyonin special.
On Steelback.
On Steelback. But I like the combination, Sivir plus Camille. Camille can run anyone down even without Sivir.
So, will H2K lock in that tank, potentially Shen, or say, no, let's pick the Zyra instead and get that support matchup? It's gonna be the Shen. As we highlighted, a lot of teams, if they are gonna face Camille, it's with a tank top. You just rush like Ninja Tabi, early armor, the Sunfire comes in as fast as possible, and you try and just stay alive for as long as possible, maybe even try and like out-trade her in the early game. And then you use that Shen ulti to snowball elsewhere on the map. But this is Cabochard. This is his chance to redeem himself and show that he's still a top-tier carry. This is his chance.
It's more than a chance. He's been given a super weapon.
If he solo carries this game, then he's back, baby.
He's back. Along with the year of Nukeduck, Vitality could be on fire. I mean, if Vitality do this and they beat H2K, Unicorns of Love and Vitality would have taken down H2K, who were meant to be one of the top 2 teams in the group.
Exactly. Support-wise, H2K is sacrificing here. Lulu is an option against the Malzahar. Karma is another one if you just want like really safe support that doesn't really win lane anymore and can just stack items like Redemption and Locket, which is fantastic against Camille. Again, just to stop her from actually assassinating anyone in the backline.
Another Cats Arena ban, so towards Nukeduck.
Want to have the option to first pick their Corki, like we saw in the last game. Very impactful. Really good performance from Febiven. Love the use of the package, and then you can combine the package with the Shen ulti. Super strong. Vitality do have the option to ban the Corki, but they do value taking away that other counter pick to Malzahar.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd love Corki here from Febi. Coming in, or Syndra can work too, but I just like the impact.
What do you prefer into the Camille? What options? You know?
Shen.
Shen. No, I know that's for top lane, but in terms of your mid laner, does it make a difference for the Corki or the Syndra in the mid to late game?
I just think what you want to do is H2K, you want to draft like this very simple teamfight comp, where it's like, yeah, we have fantastic backline damage, we have great poke, we have Ivern to protect us with 500 million shields, and then if Vitality does not snowball the Camille and she becomes a split pushing threat, you just do exactly what you did in the last game. You play as 4, you have Shen ulti, and you like take turrets, you go for Baron setups, and you force Vitality to come teamfight you. I think that is the correct strategy from H2K.
It looks like that's what they're building. Deficio, Vitality gonna lock in the Syndra.
They need the jungler. Olaf is always the default pick.
Again.
Must get a little bit boring.
Well, they do say play for comfort, you know?
They do. They do.
And if Djoko's not... I mean, the jungle pool was pinched heavily, or banned heavily this series.
Tahm Kench is still available. Could be a very strong pick here for H2K. Counters the Malzahar directly. And also Tahm Kench ulti, plus package, plus Shen ulti. That's a lot of ways to move around the map very quickly. MF is an old school in terms of Malzahar counters that the European supports are talking about. Gives them a very strong bot lane 2v2 for H2K. Even matchup in mid where Corki will just wait until he has Hex Stringer before he does a whole lot. And top lane is where, again, I've heard about this Shen, Ninja Tappy, Sunfire Cape against Camille, and you can actually keep her down for at least the start of the game.
And I mean, that item build is going to be so much more valuable against the likes of Olaf and Sivir as well. Just really keeping all of those threats itemized against relatively easily. And of course, if Malzahar and Syndra focus your Shen, H2K are going to be over the moon. They'll be very happy.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of good poke here from H2K. Very, very strong team fighting comp. MF ulti should never be underestimated, even as support. Because so many members are so squishy anyway, even in the late game, like Syndra, Sivir, Malzahar. MF ulti will deal almost half the HP.
Yeah, H2K. Team fighting composition. They lost to a team fighting Unicorns of Love last week. Can they take down Camille? And of course, Cabochard's already faced off against a Camille once this split already.
And he misplayed it.
And he lost that matchup.
It's his time to shine.
Again.
Right now. Again. Yeah. Actually, it's time every time.
There are many times to shine when you play 13 best of threes in the spring split. Vitality in Group B along with H2K.
And it would be so huge if they can take down H2K because they're trying to climb their way back towards these playoff spots where Spice is currently sitting with them at the moment. And it's going to be close.
It's so exciting. Group B could be a lot closer than we anticipated at the beginning of the split.
Well, we knew it was going to be 4 teams fighting for it.
Pending the results of this series as well. As we load up onto the Rift, unfortunately, we do have a brief pause. So hold the applause for now. We're going to ask you to do that again in a little bit.
I love whenever we have a pause going into it, we hear our producer in this really sad tone go like, pause. And we're like, all right.
Especially after we've just got the crowd riled up and hyped up. Now, Deficio, 29-minute stomp for H2K in game number 2. You know, they really ran away with that game.
Can you call it a spanking?
You can. Vitality now have the option to bounce back. They've got Camille in the top lane, ridiculous powerhouse. Djoko's Olaf, which can grow, especially when working with Steelback.
You don't want to
Sivir.
use powerhouse there.
No.
You're like, Djoko, he's on Olaf.
I get to the point here.
Sorry.
Djoko and Steelback not playing traditional meta picks right now. But do you like it in the context of the team composition?
I think H2K's response to the Camille is very good. Currently, I actually prefer their composition.
Okay.
But whenever there's a Camille in the game, you have to be like, you know what? Sometimes we got to throw comps out of the window. Because she has that ability to just take over the game. That's why she's banned so often. But I actually think the answers are very smart from H2K.
All right, H2K, can they answer all of the questions Vitality put on the Rift? Ladies and gentlemen, the ping noises, the Rift noises. That means we're into game 3 of Vitality versus H2K. Camille. I want to see what Cabo can do. Double exhaust on the side of H2K.
Double exhaust, shields coming in from Ivern, Shen ulti. A lot of ways to try and stop Cabochard from being a big carry. Djoko can turn his attention towards the top side. If Cabochard is able to get some damage on Shen, you can then actually dive him later on as well, especially once you hit level 6. There's no way out of that ulti from Camille.
Ghosting up, undertow, number 2 finds the target. Jankos actually flashes away. Early flash, so this could impact that early clear on Jankos' Ivern.
It's interesting that he didn't just try and Q instantly, Jankos, and then walk away. And instead he saved it and flashed and then used it. Bot lane, while the Malzahar is great and been a pick Hachani used a lot, it's not always we see the full impact from him. I think Chei had a much better Malzahar game in the last one. And Nuclear and Chei with MF and Varus have really good 2v2 lane right here against what Vitality drafted. So we might get the same situation where Vitality gets pushed in and the tower will go down.
And that's going to be so crucial for H2K when you consider Jankos, Febiven maybe want to apply some support to Odoamne, keep him in a comfortable spot. Yes, Odo's going to itemize a lot of armor early, but if there's no pressure bottom, Nukeduck and Chei can handle themselves.
And now
one less worrying trend, right?
Vitality also lost a chance to even push for level 2 very early because Hachani went back to base. So now that he's returning very late to the lane, you can see how H2K is already taking full control. They're going to take down the minions very, very easily and just want to get that the 3 melee minions down in the second wave and then hit level 2. And Vitality have to just kind of sit back and wait. Mid lane's going to be interesting. Nukeduck will have pressure early. Hexringer comes in for Corki, and then suddenly the lane is very even. And the package then becomes the impactful thing because Febiven can impact the side lane much more effective.
Yeah, with the help of Jankos, Daisy, Stand United, H2K just have so many more tools when they want to start a party in a different lane.
Yes.
And that's something Vitality need to, well, they need to be so prepared. Hachani cannot afford to make the same positional mistakes he's made all series against his H2K comp because of the tools they're going to have available to them.
I 100% agree, and we see H2K value the bot lane, like the laning phase, by going for the MF pick against Hachani here. And that's something we haven't always seen from them, because in the last few weeks, they've actually been using a lot of like pure utility bot lanes and then not gank it and just kind of leave Chei and Nuclear to kind of do their thing. Sit back, don't play aggressive. Oh.
No flash for Jankos. Gonna be in trouble. Stand United, not available. And that's first blood for Nukeduck. Catch a glimpse on bottom. Chei was run away. Jankos, well, he got cut down with his Ivern.
Yeah, gotta go back to that start, level 1, where he flashed. Didn't want to Q instantly to try and lock down Djoko. Looks fancy, deals almost no damage.
Pretty even trade between that Spirit's Refuge from Shen and Shield.
Odoamne sitting right now on like 45 armor with a Dorn shield as well. We'll get some more armor on his first back. Obviously almost all the damage he's going to take in this game is going to come from either Sivir or the Camille.
So Deficio, how bad is this early death by Jankos?
I mean,
oopsie. Definite oopsie indeed.
It's fine, he has a blast skill and he doesn't need it. I mean, it's bad. It's obviously bad for him. Especially because the kill went over to Nukeduck, and we mentioned how for Vitality, it can be really difficult to kind of snowball this game because your bot lane is under pressure, mid lane is going to be even, and Shen is going to itemize heavy armor on top against Camille. So the fact that Nukeduck is getting the kill is huge because he's the man we're looking at. If he can win his mid and actually start roaming, Vitality can look to get some kills because they really want to get Cabochard going up here. Like Djoko is going to join, Syndra's going to join, but it's hard if you're just even mid, if there's a package. Even with attacking the global, it can become really difficult.
So the sooner Vitality pull the trigger, the happier they're going to be. So take advantage of the early game power that the team composition has.
Yeah.
And
I think Vitality will struggle like late game fights. Jankos is coming for the gang. Nukeduck, no flash.
Is indeed. Trigger Seed or Root Caller. Where's it going to go? Scatter the weak. Knocks back Febiven. Flash Caller blocks the vision. Down to 100 HP. And Febiven's going to run it down. It's Jankos that gets the kill.
Almost too easy. Nukeduck stayed to push out the lane so you could then recall. It's that moment where as a mid laner, you've already said to yourself, I'm going to recall after the next wave. Yeah. So I'm like 5-6 seconds away from recalling, and you have no flash, you overextend, and you end up getting ganked. So honestly, really easy return kill from Jankos. Hachani's on one of his crazy adventures.
But is there any potential? It looks
he's not
like
6.
Chei backing away. Odoamne doing very well in this lane. Look at that hook shot.
Chei has no flash up bot lane. Hachani's moving in behind them.
All right, Chei's in trouble.
That is
Malefic
good.
Visions and the Voidlings are going down. The Boomerang Blade rattles across. Summon a heal used by Nuclear, but here comes Jankos. Steelback and Hachani get heal and exhaust for the trade.
And now Cabochard will most likely use TP back to lane top, like we see here. That means Odo gets his ulti. And suddenly, Vitality cannot do anything on the bottom side of the map because of that Shen global. And that is where you're now investing everything into top side. That means Djoko needs to be ready to go up top and try and snowball Cabo further. If Djoko goes bot lane, it gets nullified by Shen every single time. And that also means if Febiven leaves mid lane, Steelback and Hachani has to back away. Because otherwise they might get dove. And that means they're probably going to lose the spot lane tower.
Okay, so rinse and repeat. Teleport to top. Stand United on the way. Nuclear and Chei doing relatively well despite being jumped on. Looking at the itemization, Bomby Syndra and that cloth armor. Odo is already sitting on 65 armor.
Yeah, there's not been a better game for a tank to just go like Ninja type Sunfire when it's pure auto attack damage late game from Sivir.
Yep.
It is a lot of auto attack damage from Olaf, and then of course from Camille. Like, it's gonna be so effective. This is the top lane thing we talk about. Nukeduck able to roam from mid. Odo's been chunked a little bit.
There's a flash available to Odoamne, looking at Djoko. Flash away, hookshot finds nobody. Hextech ultimatum, Odoamne's locked in. Trigger Seed doesn't catch anyone though, and Odo goes down. When the gates are closed, you cannot escape. Nukeduck, Djoko and Cabo turn their attention to Febiven. There's no damage support in the shield. He's already burned through. Febiven's running away for his life, but it's Djoko with a reckless swing.
Oh, we talked about it, Trevor. Vitality putting all the focus topside is the only thing they can do. Odoamne not quick enough to leave the lane, because the thing about Camille is she can close the gap so easily. When she jumps towards a target with her E, she gets double the range. And then just flash ulti, and there's no way out. Really good roam. We mentioned Nukeduck getting first up being important to push in that mid lane. He's top lane. This is the jump into flash, into ulti. No way out for Cabochard. Ivern is never going to help you here. Like, he's not going to save you. Also, pre-6 Ivern without Daisy. And now if you're H2K, cut your losses. You're not going to get anything in return. You're even tanking the golems, Febiven.
And blows the flash as well.
Yeah, oh, this was so huge for Vitality, because the opening for H2K is bottom lane. Like we see now with Jankos. It's pressure in bot, threaten with the Shen dive, and you force Vitality away from turret, but you cannot give more kills over to Cabochard.
Vitality needed to not play aggressive on the bottom lane so that dive couldn't happen. And H2K needed the same up top. You know, they needed to play around that Cabochard power spike. Hextech ultimatum blocking Odo's escape. Okay, H2K, they're 1,000 gold down. There's 2 assists for Cabo. He wasn't able to pick up the kills in that trade up top, but he's got pressure for now. And now it's up to Vitality to avoid the pending dive. There's Daisy, there's Stand United.
And there's ulti again from Cabochard. No flash from Odoamne. So once again, you E the wall as Camille. You get close enough to ulti the Shen, you ulti, and then you can actually, if you gank, take him down.
Yeah, tactical sweep into that hookshot. I was looking at the minimap. Nukeduck slowly was moving up, but did not, in fact, continue with the roam.
But he's just gonna keep doing the same, like push the wave, leave, threaten topside over and over and over. Cabochard's TP is zoomed back up in case anything will happen bot lane. So this window H2K had to force something is gone now. Cool little thing, by the way, when you spawn the Voidling, even before it actually shows on screen, it will block a skill shot.
It's the same with the Pantheon ultimate a long time ago. You could actually target him and hit him with spells before the animation dropped him to the ground.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. All right, Cabochard's going to have support here from Djoko. Hextech ultimatum can go down. Pretty good taunt from Odoamne, buying some time. Spirit Refuge buys a few extra seconds, but it will not be enough. The tower onto Cabochard. He manages to escape. No support from anyone else on H2K. Djoko and Cabo, now they're looking to escape. Jankos, he could flash engage. Caught up by the undertow. Trigger Seed onto Cabo. Daisy not going to do enough until one more auto. And here comes Febi with the double buffs. That's a shutdown. H2K with 2.
Oh, best H2K could hope for here. Good return from H2K. Febi and Jankos getting 2 kills. Nukeduck not able to roam there. Actually, we didn't see if he came back from base. He just couldn't match the Corki roam, allowing H2K to get these kills. But once again, it's focus top lane, focus top lane, focus top lane. Yes, Cabochard not getting the kills. That's like the good thing for H2K, but the assist, they still help for now.
Yeah, plus the big CS advantage is 800 gold in the lead.
And again, he TP's back to lane. He TP's back to lane. He sacrifices his bottom side because they're going to keep doing the same. So the dive in itself, Djoko tanks first due to the taunt as well, but that's still fine because then the Cabochard gets his ult down, gets to deal the extra damage, picks up the kill, and mid lane, yeah, Nukeduck just on the turret here, not able to join. And even the Cabochard are trying to get out.
Such a good skill shot as well from Jankos. All credit to that Q. All right, hook shot, jump onto Odoamne. This time around, Jankos is around. Sweep shot goes backwards, Cabo. There's a flash available, a lot of damage going down onto him. Being blocked off, that trigger seed shield, that's hard to say. Jankos and Odo, double team Cabo.
Cabo going forward without any assistance. Djoko on bottom side. Gives a big opening for H2K. They have package, they have Shen ult, like Okay, the hat package, but it ran out. I really want to see them try and force a play on bottom side. It should be so simple against no TP Camille.
I mean, as long as Vitality keep the pressure in the top lane, Odo doesn't have the opportunity to leave that lane just yet. It's been 3 or 4 repeated ganks.
But due to no kills.
4 minutes.
Yeah, but due to no kills for Cabochard and him now overextending, like the actual gold between them, it's 500 gold right now between the two top laners. That is something Odo can still survive. And we keep talking about like H2K, they're looking for that opening. Push in bot, have Ivern go down. But the reason they haven't been able to do it is because Jankos has been topside, protecting Odoamne.
And Jankos, despite giving up that early death much earlier on in the series, game rather, has now got that redemption, 3-1-1, has responded very well. Chei's pulling a Hachani, and he's going to get cut down.
And this is what we see sometimes with imports very early on in splits. See if there's anything happen. No deaths up top. But Jankos goes in. Chei follows. Jankos backs out. Chei does not back out. Chei continues to go in. Like, you always got to stick together there if you want to have any chance of actually deep warding.
Have to hold hands. You need to.
Yeah, it's just some of that miscommunication, mis-synergy we see sometimes. And it costs a death now.
It does indeed, and that's another one secured. So 3 kills for Djoko, 2 kills for Nukeduck. H2K maybe more even than they'd want to be.
Yeah, again, this is huge for Vitality because it stops H2K from pushing out bottom lane. Getting that kill on Chei. Gank in mid.
Jankos, exhaust comes down. Where's the root? Where's the root? Looking for the root. Oh, I held that really long, but they got Ghost and Flash for exhaust. Repeat opportunity, or at least alleviating pressure, right?
Yeah, most important thing is it stops Nukeduck from being able to match a roam because he can't blindly face check the Corki without any summoners. So if they're both pushing out at the same time and one guy leaves, it's Corki who's leaving first, not the Syndra. And that is super key for H2K to stop the snowball on top side.
Stop the snowball, slow down the pressure, the focus. Cabochard's getting closer to that Trinity Force as well. Double attack speed daggers, and H2K looking for this Ocean Drake, so that's good. Good objective for H2K. It's only 14 minutes into the game.
H2K knows they can get everything on bottom side. Red buff, dragon, everything. Odo always using his TP back to lane to not fall further behind. Basically just valuing, slowing down Camille. That's all they're doing. Like, they're just slowing her down. That's why Jankos was topside, defending Odoamne, stopping Cabochard from being like 3-0, or potentially being like 3-0 by now.
Deficio, we so rarely see Camille in the top lane. We saw her in support in North America.
Yeah, that was weird.
Well, I want to ask you a question about that in a moment. As Hachani gets caught by the chain of corruption, he uses the Nethergrasp in reply. Bullet time not going to be enough, and as Jankos, that's on a rampage. Stand United was used by Odo as well. H2K.
Bot lane play, baby.
Yeah, use their numbers advantage to get this first blood tower.
And I know we make a lot of fun of like Hachani and it can get a little bit annoying, but you have to then point out again when he makes some of these macro mistakes that I don't expect to see from Hachani. I didn't expect to see coming into the split. You know you can't do anything bottom lane. As soon as you are stepping in there to place a ward, you're at risk of dying. Yeah. You have no flash. Just don't. Surrender the tower. Because you know they're gonna be there, and you know they're gonna Shen ulti. And it's just a very big macro mistake. Djoko's trying to respond. Febi can jump over the wall to the bottom side if he wants to.
Flash available to him. Good damage on the Djoko already. Shield onto Febiven from Jankos. Djoko just does a flyby. Hey guys, swings his axe, offers the guys a Greggy Ice, and then walks on.
But here, Trev, like, if you're Hachani, is this really worth it? In any way possible, what is the outcome? You know you can't do anything bottom lane.
You should know.
You should know.
Yeah, gonna add that clarifier.
And you keep having this situation. I'm actually 99% sure Hachani is the support who gets the least experience. Because there's so many games where he's roaming a ton. He's like level 3 when his AD carry is level 6. In this game, he's a level behind Chei as well. And it happens like so often. Yes, he's sitting out in Malzahar. That's all that really matters for him. But on other champions, he delays at level 6 too long.
Yeah. And I think we have to give some credit now to H2K. It's 16 minutes into the game. Their picks and ban strategy, they allowed the Camille to go through. They knew they were going to run the Shen. And despite pressure onto Odo, he is currently... he is 800 gold down, which is sizable. But H2K have got themselves a tower. They made that dive in the bottom lane, and Stand United is going to be up again in about 30 or 40 seconds. So more options available to them.
And he's sitting on 141 armor now with the Ninja Tabi. We talked about this in Champs Select. Sunfire, Ninja Tabi, those are the key ones. Against Camille, almost against all of Vitality's composition as well. Djoko is setting up a gank top now.
But Febiven's got the package and flash, so he absolutely can make it away.
An important thing for H2K is keep Shen with Camille, like all the time. Just keep them together. Try and push out the wave, delay Camille even longer, and then force plays with the 4 members. Like, a Varus ulti is enough for H2K to win this game.
I remember when watching Fiora a couple of years back at Worlds, there was a point where Fiora would have like 3 or 4 items and that would be it. You know, like when that itemization breakpoint happens, pretty much Fiora would win the game. Is there a point like that for a Camille, and how many items do you think it is?
Well, it's actually funny because this is something Drakos and I have talked about before. I'm kind of hesitating to say it because there might be a big fight around mid lane. But there is a thing like Camille, in terms of the design philosophy, it was you're supposed to be weaker in late game split push than pure split pushers like Fiora. But you're then supposed to be stronger in team fights in the late game than those pure split pushers. So like you're supposed to be like this middle ground between a team fighting top laner and a split pushing top laner. But then because the numbers are so strong, like a little bit overtuned from Camille, she's kind of doing everything extremely well. I still think full late game, she's not as strong as like Jax, Fiora, these kind of things. And that's where Shen might actually have enough in the tank to just kind of hold her at ease.
Okay.
But the problem about Camille is when she then enters the fight. If you make a misstep, she locks down your AD carry, kills the AD carry, jumps forward to the next guy, insane mobility, boom, 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 2, 3, 4 kills.
Like dominoes.
Exactly.
If she knocks the first one over, you're screwed.
And that can happen already now, just on Trinity Force and Tiamat. Keep in mind, her Q, like she autos, Qs, autos, that's 5 Tiamat procs right there. Yeah. That's gonna become a Titanic Hydra. And the damage is just insane.
Stun onto Jankos, near the grasp as well. He's already used his shield. Stand United though coming in. Redemption's gonna buy more time, and Jankos survives. Here comes Daisy. Nukeduck is sniped down. There are so many shields for H2K.
Yeah, again, it's what H2K wants to do. The 4-man group is way stronger than the 4-man group of Vitality, and you have a Shen ulti to help you. It's always the same thing they're looking for. Cabochard is trying his best to do what he can in that side lane. But H2K are trying to do way more than he can do alone as a group. 2
kills and a tower for H2K in just a moment. And Vitality secured only that bottom outside. Not done yet. H2K continuing to apply pressure in this middle lane, using that Brushmaker for cover. Daisy takes 50% of Steelback's HP before H2K peel away as well.
Good use of Shen ulti by Odoamne. More kills for H2K. Next step up for them is Baron is going to spawn, and they're going to start playing around that as well. And this is just not what you're looking for as Vitality. Like, this shot calling is just not good enough. Because you know the way for you to lose this game is by trying to engage in these 4-on-4 team fights, and then Shen joins. Hachani, whatever.
Yeah, a lot of damage taken. Febi flashed for that one. Sorry, Valked for that one. Just to get the kill, and H2K, they extend the lead. So, Deficio, we've gone over 20 minutes. Still a big advantage for Cabochard's Camille in the farm and pressure on that side lane. But H2K slowly seem to be in control, but it doesn't feel like they're in absolute control, you know? There's still options here for Vitality.
Yeah, I just feel like all the options are centered around Camille.
Yeah.
Titanic Hydra is what we need to see from a Cabochard to make him even stronger. Like, that is really a huge spike for him with 2 items. His damage on turrets is insane because of Q. You can keep using that on turrets as well. But he's against basically the entire H2K team. He should not rely on Steelback or Hachani or Djoko to help him.
Yeah.
And that's the thing for Vitality, really. It's this whole, like, you have to fight for mid lane control because you know H2K will set up Baron soon. They're going to force a fight at Baron, and if Camille is not there, H2K will get the Baron. And then you're going to use that to, like, smack down the base. So really, it's boring, but Cabochard.
Yeah. But that's what happens when you play Camille composition, isn't it?
It is, and the other team drafts a comp that is stronger elsewhere on the map.
Febiven really fancying his chances with Exhaust and Hexdrinker. Valked aggressively forward. Blue buff playing into his favor. Now, H2K, remember, coming into this game, they had 2 wins and 1 loss. We're taken down by UOL. UOL have beaten every team in their group, 4-0. The top of Group B. H2K are really looking to close this out and at least guarantee 2nd place. as we start the cross-group play next week. Because that's where H2K expected to be, top 2.
Top 2, 100%.
Maybe top 1, actually, but they definitely should have been top 2.
Yeah, I mean, if H2K can win this game, then the only disappointment so far in Group B, honestly, would have been Splice.
Yeah.
Sitting with a 1-2 record now. And they're the ones where we expected them to come in and be fighting for first place, and they haven't actually done that just yet. Fight now again with Shen ulti coming.
All right, Febiven's going to get the stand united. Hachani is already taken down, knocked up by Daisy. So much follow-up damage in H2K. They might lose a tower.
Now, if Vitality can actually defend Baron, then Cabochard can still go for another turret. Remember, Camille damage on turrets with Q is insane, but they gotta be able to just hold H2K here. Nukeduck is full HP. Cabochard is on his way.
There's a teleport coming in. 5-on-4. Stun onto Febiven.
Oh, they missed everything.
Away from Nuclear. Every skill shot is going wide. Cabo's tagged. That's a taunt onto Djoko. He's got no Ragnarok, remember. He used it earlier on. Chei now gets killed by Baron. Nukeduck's the one that gets the kill credit. And H2K, they don't get Baron.
And suddenly Hachani going down is actually worth it for Vitality. They get a bot lane tower. They stop the Baron. Very important though, TP was used by Cabochard, so he's not able to do the same now. If he goes bot lane again, H2K has a very easy way to start the Baron and fight 4v5. But this is suddenly a big swing now for Vitality. Even out the gold, mid lane tower is going to go down as well.
It just means there's no room for error, because as Cabochard continues to scale, there's going to be options.
Whatever, almost died.
Going to be options here. Vitality didn't get the tower there, as you mentioned, so H2K hold a minor lead. Ocean Dragon's still alive, has been for a while.
And we have to almost go back and rewatch that kill on Hachani and see if H2K could have gotten away more, because whenever the 4v4 fights break out, we expect H2K to get like 2 or 3 kills. Then they take the Baron. That's how they obviously want to play the game. But the fact they only got 1 kill on the support meant that Vitality could still stop Baron, and Chei obviously going down. Ooh, Febi.
No stun though. Just the force of will. All right, Dragon's being started by H2K down on the bottom. Ward's being cleared out on the top. And now H2K starting to push that advantage. I mean, look at the itemization here. Nuclear, QSS, Blade of the Rune King. Locket for Jankos. Randuin's Omen for Odoamne. Already continuing to scale. Chei, he needs to sidestep. He's going to flash away, and a chain of corruption will buy time, but now Chei is a very juicy target.
All Vitality is trying to do is just push up mid, secure Baron, and let Cabochard go bot lane and have his TP ready again. Like it's a few minutes now. It's going to be really difficult for Vitality because they have no teleport.
Yeah.
But Odoamne is going to have 2 basically to use. And this means now H2K should get full control over Baron. I wish they had more control wards in the inventory. This makes me sad to see refillable potion and these kind of things instead of control wards at this point.
Yeah, 25 minutes in, need their health. There's 2 refillables.
All right,
one control ward just picked up. Now Deficio, Vitality as a team, you know, they've had glimmers of hope over the last 3 weeks.
I mean, right now they have a lot of hope.
Do you think they're getting better each week, each series?
I think they're getting better, 100%. I think they couldn't really get much worse than they did in the first one. Yeah. It's an engage.
Lockdown to Hachani. Stand United comes out. Vitality get the tower. Flash for flash, and Odo doesn't lock anyone down. Sweep shot, that tactical sweep rather, slowing people down. Nukeduck instantly exhaust. Now he's flashed, maybe too late. Gets caught out by the taunt. Hachani all of a sudden bursted down as well. H2K in the team fight, they got more than 1 kill this time.
Yeah, again, they won these fights. They have Shen ulti. Cabochard didn't even get to join because he had to run from bot lane. It's the same story all game long. We've talked about it so much. And whenever there's these team fights, it's in favor of H2K. The starting Baron, they have Daisy. Cabochard looking to be the hero.
5-on-3, the peel away into Djoko. He's the target. Cabo's actually jumped into 5. This isn't going to end well. The ultimatum is you are dead. And Steelback left a farmer. Cupcake named Daisy.
H2K in control. It's been a tough game, obviously.
You know, just as I start praising Vitality.
Hey, I mean, it's still well-deserved praise. You went from not being able to do anything week 1 to now taking H2K to 3 games. Djoko getting caught on the turret, and then I actually didn't even realize Cabochard was in the fight from the get-go. I thought he was running, because he didn't get to use anything. He took almost no damage. He didn't use ulti, because they were running away, so that was my bad. But actually, he was still in the fight, so I stand by my statement.
I mean, Deficio, overcommitting for that tower? Is that what it boils down to? I mean, did Vitality really need to go 5-man deep for a 30% HP tower?
No, they actually needed to wait for teleport from Cabochard and let him split push.
Yep.
So, yes, that is a mistake. Gets punished instantly by H2K. Now they get the Baron as well. Now this game is so heavily in their favor.
Yeah, exactly. It's a 3,000 gold lead. There's 2 oceans. More importantly, Cabo's split pushing power so heavily reduced if anybody's going toe-to-toe with him.
Yeah, and if Cabo wants to do anything in that side lane, your base is gone. Like, that's really the main problem.
Like this.
It's not that Cabochard can't be a split pusher, it's the fact that the rest of the team can't defend.
Well, that means Vitality now, their map is becoming so much smaller. Look at that damage and poke. Through misfortune, Corki and Varus. Daisy now is going to start tanking up this inhib turret. Taking a look around, Odo and Cabo still going toe-to-toe in the bottom lane. Stand United is available. Cabochard can teleport up if he wants to. And even with the stun, H2K, they're just playing the siege game, like nearly flawlessly with this poke, Deficio.
It's what the comp can do. This is why so many teams in Europe, they love these Corki comps now. Because most AD carries are very long range, a lot of poke. Add in a Corki in the mid lane, you add basically double the amount of poke, and it's very safe as well to play. So when you get in these situations like this, where you have Baron buff, where the enemy team doesn't have like hard engage against you, you can just sit back, relax, poke away, and surely take down the turret.
Sit back, relax, shoot the fish in the barrel.
Yep.
You know, just be like, whatever. There we go. Steelback takes a big one to the face. He gets burned down. Double stun this time onto Nuclear. He actually used the QSS.
And then when you finally do get hit by something, Redemption comes in.
Yep.
And then there's a locket as well.
10 stacks on Medjai's for Jankos. Despite the very slow start, he's definitely picked it back up. And by the way, the whole time that siege has gone on, Odo just keeps shoving the waves into the tower. Now Cabo at least can clear slowly against those Baron minions.
Now Cabo wants GA, so he can actually do something in a fight, but he also really wants some armor pin. If he wants to try and actually kill Odoamne in the side lane, which will be very difficult to do, but might be one of the only ways back for Vitality, because it's going to be hard for them to actually win a 5-on-5. Now GA is going to be huge for Camille, so she can actually dive in.
And Deficio, we're in a position where H2K, this is their game and their series to lose, right? They've got a big lead, they've got control of the map, they've got an answer to Cabo's Camille. So if we look at Vitality, 1 win, potentially 3 losses in the first portion of the group stage. Was this where your ranking had them? Were they the number 4 team?
I think, yes. If you look at just the tier list itself, we had Splice, Unicorns, and H2K all above them coming into this. Starting the split, Vitality was kind of in the Misfits one, where...
Questions, right?
We liked some of the things about the team, but there were just so many questions, and we needed to see some of those questions answered before we could really rate them higher. And I think Misfits have gone up, and Vitality have gone down on this list, because there's honestly still too many questions for Vitality. There are some underperforming members as well, and they're still kind of trying to find that identity for themselves. Where I feel like Misfits have kind of come in and kicked some butt very early.
Find the identity and find a cleaner level of play. You know, there's a lot of criticisms that you can see really throughout all of their games. And Vitality, now they're 5,000 gold down. They got their hands on this first pick, Camille, but overcommitted to the mid lane. And, you know, that allowed H2K to get this gigantic lead. So we're going to see another teamfight break out. Hachani tries to commit onto Nuclear with 0 support.
And a QSS on Nuclear.
Yeah, Febiven now gets jumped on by Cabochard. Cabo instantly flashes out. Redemption buys some time.
This is like the thing that Ivern offers is just insane late game scaling and tankiness for squishy members because of his locket, his trigger seed, and due to the fact he also offers like a heal later.
Yeah.
So it's just so hard to burst anyone. And Camille, Syndra, they all want to burst the target and they just can't.
And not only is Ivern the problem, they've also got to get through with Stand United. You know, you're still going to do that. Cabo decides to jump back in. He's got a GA, has killed Chei, but not the damage dealer.
Oh, actually Nuclear.
And the GA is popped. Nuclear's managed to flash away to safety. Odoamne is on a killing spree. Now Steelback's the target. A decent spell shield buys a little bit of time, and Vitality with the numbers advantage have got H2K on the run. That's a flash forward. Steelback and Nukeduck, they get themselves 2 more.
Man.
Nuclear's so low though.
Classic H2K. They always need that one team fight every game where they completely overextend and end up giving away kills to the enemy team.
Does Nukeduck flash? Does he flash for this one? Doesn't even need to,
that's
actually.
A free kill.
And it's so into Scatter the Weak. And Odo's the only one that escapes, so H2K also making mistakes.
Well, it's just a classic H2K team fight in 2017. We see almost every time. Sadly for Vitality, there's nothing to get on the map.
That is so brutal. You could have like a black and white GIF. H2K team fighting, 2K17. H2K aced.
They do it every game, dude. Every game. Even when they play well, there's that one fight where they overextend. And then we hear in the mic check, Jankos going, guys, just don't overextend. Just don't keep diving, and then it's fine. This is good. This is great. Congratulations. You're playing your comp. You know, you're getting turrets. It's awesome.
At what point does it turn from good, great to bad?
Well, first of all, Chei ends up getting caught here in the front line. Takes some damage before it actually happens, and then he ends up going down. Like, this is still great. All good. Great. Fantastic. Good stun from Nukeduck. Look how low down. Back away. Just back away. They tried, but it's a little bit too late. Cabo goes in. Fight is open. Back away now. Okay, just back away. Now you can back away. And then look at Febiven. Look at Febi. Look at Febi. Whoops.
Flash forward. That's not backing away.
No, that's the opposite.
Yeah, the opposite of what Deficio wanted to see. That happened earlier this series as well, a few times.
Yeah, it did. And it's not one member, it's also the calls. Like, one guy could just yell, guys, back away. But now Odo can basically out-yell everyone on this team.
And he's yelling, go, 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 apparently.
Maybe he is.
Well, we'll have to find out, of course. We don't know for sure. H2K, they didn't get the inhibitor, but they do grab themselves a mountain drake. Now, I do not like what I see.
The trap.
I do not like what I see.
Wait, there's no QSS on Febi.
Got him! Even with the fire flash, Febiven's down. H2K now turning it around into Djoko. He should
Are you a believer, Trevor?
Not yet. Hachani is jumping forward. Nukeduck is killed. It's Jankos that gets the kill. Somehow, with a no damage Ivern. Vitality on the wrong side of the map.
Right,
Shadow dash from Odo.
They also died.
They absolutely died. And Vitality trying to escape. Only Cabo and Djoko survive. Baron is alive. H2K should be able to get it.
I believed for a moment. Hachani hiding in the Raptor camp against the no QSS Corki. What a great start to the fight, but then all your damage was kind of gone.
I love it that there was still a failed flash, but luckily the Nethergrass still connected. And Baron is secured by H2K. It was short-lived. It was short-lived.
Very short-lived.
The Vitality flicker, like a bee, swatted down where it stood.
He knows there's no QSS. So he spawns on the side, flashes in, gets the ulti, kill. But they're in an MF ulti, like 4 members just took a full MF ulti to the face. So now obviously you're super low and you're gonna die. I liked it though. If you're behind.
I know, you grabbed me and shook me. Are you a believer? And I'm like, no, because I'm watching the fight, Deficio.
Yeah, but like for a moment, like the start we believed.
Look at that intensity. Oh, Febiven. 143 damage, meta.
Late game Corki, baby.
Late game Corki.
208 from Cabochard. Camille in team fights right now, not able to do anything against the shields and protection.
All Cabo got down is, I think, the ulti onto
I think he
Chei, and then ran away.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Oh. So, H2K now got themselves a second Baron. If they don't pull an H2K team fight...
But they won't, because they only do it once per team fight.
Only once per game.
Oh, sorry, once per game, yeah.
Once per game. Well, I'm going to hold you to that.
Well, against Unicorns, they pulled a few, but...
That is Unicorns,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, Unicorns are really good at team fights. So I'm going to say it's only
Chaos
once.
style made it happen more.
Oh, Trevor, triggering me.
No, that is not a thing. Unicorns played very well against H2K last week.
Yes.
And H2K played very well to get their inhibitor. Two control wards, just slowing them down.
Step in, take in hip, step back, Trev. It's controlled, it's nice. What you do now is you make Prolly happy. That's all these H2K members care about.
I think we're way beyond that. At the moment, Prolly's disappointed.
Yeah, he's disappointed for now.
Yeah.
But he will mainly remember the last 5 minutes of this game. Jesus, that was close.
That's so much damage just from Nukeduck.
That was the QSS down now from Febi. Where's Hachani?
All right, Chei's on the back line. Bulletstorm still available to him. Djoko, no Ghost or Ragnarok yet. Steelback is forced away. H2K just brute forcing their way onto this tower, but they're not getting the autos just yet.
It's slow and steady. Oh, Steelback.
Summoning heal used from him as well. Tactical sweep. The taunt doesn't connect. The chain of corruption is starting to spread, but won't lock anybody else down. Hachani's got the Nether Grasp, but he's not going to find a target. GA for Cabo is available, but the second inhibitor's going to get popped. It's taken down. Nether Grasp onto Odoamne. Cabo's got GA. He's trying to buy some time. Here comes Nukeduck. Unleashed power. He's killed Chei. All of a sudden, Vitality have a chance. By H2K peeling backwards, but Daisy is wrecking Vitality.
Oh my God, Daisy.
The cupcake has never been more killer. Back on the sidelines, Febiven kills off Nukeduck, and here comes Daisy.
Oh, close fight. Oh, this is Cabochard.
All right, what can Cabo do? Flash is available. His GA wasn't even popped. He's just going to run away, just to farm. That TP I call worth.
Oh, man, Cabo, I thought this was going to be the 1v3. Old school Cabo would have gone for it.
Old school Cabo. He doesn't have the fancy shoes anymore.
It's very true. Apparently he's actually not allowed to flash his shoes anymore, just like randomly.
Okay, good to know. Djoko's thinking about on the sideline. Cabo's not going to have the ultimatum available, and there's just so much damage from H2K. Cabo pieces out, and he's like, Djoko, that's your problem, bro. Boomerang Blade comes out. Steelback too late to the spell shield. He may fall shortly as well. Piercing arrow from Nuclear. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Man, that... See?
Damn.
It's because they want to make Probably happy, so now they just play like safe and they want to get the turrets down. They're not trying anything crazy.
Nothing crazy just yet.
Except for Daisy. Daisy's going nuts.
Just gonna throw that tower out. Wonder if Vitality are diabetic because nobody cares about the sugar. They're not touching it. Finally, Daisy's being focused. Stunned up, and Jankos is gonna back away. Run, Daisy! Oh, that's not fair. How can Daisy be expected to survive when Nukeduck can just fling him backwards?
He's also a smiter and killer. But you know what? I think Daisy has done her job.
All right.
Also, is it a new Daisy every time, or is it the same one?
I don't know. It is a debate.
Is it? I've never seen that debate.
I have.
Is it something you're debating, or?
So, Deficio, what's happening in this replay?
So, see how they're playing back. They're not, okay, they did jump forward, but everyone else is kind of staying back. This stun didn't actually connect. I think it's the other one that forced the QSS. No, it's just all in. Good all in from Cabo here. Febi dancing away. Honestly, Cabochard is just all in for Febi there. He doesn't need to back away. He has GA. He already got the ulti on the Corki. I think you just have to stick to him. Him jumping back and saving the GA.
Right, here comes Vitality. Tactical sweep onto Odoamne. Up version of Daisy, whether it's the same or not. It's called out. Nukeduck and Cabo now running for their lives. Flash is available for Odo, so if anyone sticks around, they can just get taunted. And H2K, as long as they're fighting Vitality, super minions will do the work for them.
Yeah, exactly. And again, to go back to that team fight, I really think if you are Cabochard at this point in the game, you have to just trade your GA for a kill. I think he had the option just before. You have so much DPS right now. But he didn't do it. He saved it. And that means H2K actually get away. Well, it was a very close fight. And
yeah.
While they're still so far ahead, Elder Drake, like, it looks like this game just should be over. It's been some pretty tough fights for him to win.
And the problem is, it's tough to win because H2K are overextending, right? H2K have put themselves in situations to allow it.
Yeah. Like Febi jumping forward with the Valk there actually allowed Cabochard to jump him and ult him, which put him at risk.
It's those small details. All right, looking at the mini-map, super minions are not inside Vitality's base yet, so H2K ideally want to play this one just a little slower.
Just want to get inhibs down. Just get inhibs down, get super minions, double super minions in every single lane. And try and honestly almost win the game without having to 5-on-5. Because that's how you can still lose the game. There's no more split pushing, that's out the window. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, there's no more map for Vitality.
No, it's just pure 5-on-5 team fights.
They officially live in their base. The inhibitors respawn in the top lane, middle will fall in just a moment or two. Tactical sweep, Chei is the target, he's already dead. On the hunt is thrown down, Djoko's running in, Djoko's still got 1,000 HP. They've got Nuclear, H2K have lost 2 members. Super minions are pouring into the base, following Jankos and Febiven. That's a 2-man stun, but Vitality have still not killed Daisy or returned the fight.
That was a 1-team fight by Vitality. Yes, inhib goes down. Nothing they can do to stop that with the minions pouring in, but they still got 2 kills. Baron is alive. You can't really get out there if you're
Can't leave the
Vitality.
base.
There's too many super minions. Let's see what was used. GA was popped by both members. That's huge, actually, for a potential next fight. Cabo's just going to face check.
Oh, goodbye, Cabo. This gets dunked down. That shield buys some time. The Jankos' shield just gets the kill. Okay, so this should guarantee Baron for H2K.
Yeah, because if Vitality wants to try and stop them, you just peel away from Baron and you wait for super minions in the base. So they are on their way. Vitality probably think this is their last chance to win the game, and they should just peel away now. Good job by H2K. Except for Odo, who didn't get the message.
Keeping the aggro. Chunk down and tag, re-engage. Good. H2K. I'm looking at the mini-map. Vitality have bailed out. So look, it's still H2K's game. But it's like riding a bucking bronco. H2K just can't keep in control and keep getting flung around by Vitality.
They're trying, Trevor. They're really trying hard. Oh my god, this fight actually. Insane damage coming down from Nukeduck.
Oh, that ulti. It felt like that was nearly a one-shot.
Almost, almost. Djoko helped a little bit. But now, super minions, no GAs, Baron buff. Can you ask for more?
I mean, H2K will. Raptor Camp, red buff. There's super minions in the middle lane. So maybe,
always gotta get that Raptor Camp.
Sorry, there's an inhibitor in the middle lane. There's no supers, so that's where the focus has to be, I'm sure. All right, Jankos has got like nearly 4,000 hit points right now before the shields.
We just have to see this.
We'll quickly see.
We need to see the sickest outplays from Vitality to win this fight.
Trigger Seeds currently on a 5-second cooldown. All right, couple of autos onto the inhib. I'm looking at the spacing for H2K. Odo's playing aggressively forward and using Daisy.
So the Spectator UI kind of tricked us there. The GA from Djoko is actually available now.
Okay.
It just wasn't available before, and it shows the same cooldown every time whenever it's on cooldown here on the Spectator.
Right.
So we thought it was popped in the fight, but it is here. He can dive in. Oh, but they have to coordinate
no support. There's a stun, but it's not onto the back line. Cabo's been chunked down. Cabo's still got that ultimatum.
Flash for every single carrier on H2K's side.
Oh, big burst damage onto Hachani. He's already down. That's the AoE from a big one. And now all of a sudden, it's a 5v4. Steelback is chunked down as well. Febiven's just landing so many skill shots. A Nexus turret is down. Super minions are slowly pouring in. This could be the final push.
I mean, you have to fight without Hachani now, and everyone is taking so much time. Febi!
Oh, wow. Steelback is forced out of the fight. Bullet time comes down from Chei, and Vitality are running. Ragnarok from Djoko, not going to be enough. Steelback still alive for a few seconds longer, but not Nukeduck. That's Odo on the front line. The ultimatum comes down. It's enough to kill the support, but H2K take down Vitality.
And I think H2K probably expected today to be a little bit easier than it ended up being. 2-1 victory last game. Honestly, insanely close. Yes, H2K was in control. We talked so much about it during the game. And yet, getting those last team fights down, nail them, actually win the game, was tricky.
So much to talk about.
I love the fact, actually, they have this strategy ready against Camille. At first, I was like, damn, why would you not leave up the Rengar? Because, again, Djoko's shown he's not the greatest Rengar. But then the Camille, Shen,
they had the answer.
We talked about the Shen, the Ping Man face with Ninja Tappy, Sunfire Cape, all that.
Just have to jump in there really quick. It's so great to see Odo, Jankos, and Febiven, giving a hug to Nukeduck. Hard-fought series, hard-fought game. There was some banter online before the game loaded up.
Always.
And, H2K, yes, this was expected for them to be easier, but they put themselves in a position to make it not easy a few times.
They keep having that one crucial fight where they just overextend.
Yep, and that means it makes it more difficult. Deficio, that does it for us here at the Caster Desk. Let's take a closer look at that 2-1 victory for H2K with Jankos and the boys.
Jankos and the boys. All right, might be the worst band name